Coming up on this episode of NPS Now, a special STEM and pre-K event was held at Southside STEM Academy. A professional entertainer taught a master class at Booker T. Washington High School. And juniors and seniors participated in the annual post-secondary college fair. Later in the show, we'll learn more about the STEM Day taking place at Naval Station Norfolk. All that and more next on NPS Now. Hello and welcome to NPS Now, your source for news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner. Valuable information about STEM and early childhood education were presented to parents and the community during a day of special events at one of our schools. Here's the story.
The Southside STEM Academy at Campus Stella invited parents and members of the community into their building to learn more about pre-K and science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM. During the school day, community members visited several classrooms to see firsthand how STEM is being integrated into lessons in every subject area.
I want the community members to see that STEM is happening on a daily basis. Students are involved with hands-on, they're involved with project-based learning activities, they're involved with making sure that they become productive citizens. So I'm excited about having the community members here in our building.
Later that evening, parents attended a special event that focused on pre-K and kindergarten readiness. A speaker from the Virginia Department of Education talked about what pre-K should look like and how it prepares children for kindergarten.
We know that 48-month-old children need to have materials, they need to have movement, they need to be active at all times, as much as possible, in the preschool classroom. So that means they're learning by doing. They're interacting with materials, and the teachers are facilitating higher level thinking questions and strategies that help the children move on at their pace, which might be different from the child sitting next to them.
If they are exposed to literature, if they're exposed to counting and numbers, if they're exposed to oral language, that will help prepare them. The other thing is that social emotional piece. If they are able to collaborate, if they're able to engage, if they're able to communicate with others, that shows kindergarten readiness.
Students in Booker T. Washington High School's Academy of Visual and Performing Arts program had the opportunity to experience a masterclass from an actual Broadway performer. James Lane, who's in town as part of the cast of Guys and Dolls at the Wells Theater, taught these enthusiastic students a musical number that included singing and dancing. For many of these students, it was their first time learning a routine from a professional entertainer in a single class.
I think it was received well. You know, I explained to them at the end of it, I know it's a bit alien-like for someone to come from somewhere and to be teaching something that nobody knows, and it's high school, but they were really engaged, and they want it. And, you know, I think that's why they take the classes. I think that's why, you know, the arts connects at a level that other things don't.
I actually want to be a doctor, but theater is a very big part of my life. Music is very a big part of my life, and it pushes me forward towards my goal. I have never experienced this before. I've always been a big fan of musicals. I listen to musicals all the time, and I never really got the chance to feel one before and be in one. So this was definitely a new experience, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, I think it's going to expose them in what they need to do to prepare if they want to go into the world of Broadway. They have to be a dancer, singer, actor, so they have to develop their skills in all of those areas. And I think that it will continue to motivate them to follow their path here at Booker T.
Hundreds of juniors and seniors from all 5 of Norfolk's high schools visited Virginia Wesleyan University for the annual post-secondary college fair. This fair enables students to speak directly with representatives from dozens of universities, colleges, and trade schools from around the country. Having all these resources assembled in one place helps these soon-to-be graduates determine their next steps after graduation.
It's good because sometimes we're not able to go to the colleges because there are other places, so it's good that they come to us. It's a lot, but nothing we can't handle. We get to see different ones, even if we didn't know about them, we still get to know more stuff about them and even potentially put them in one of our picks.
I feel like, not to sound corny or anything, but I'm kind of blessed because my mom has really pushed me to go here. I went here last year, but now I'm a senior. I think it's amazing. I think we, having all these colleges, some known and some unknown, having a chance to interact and experience what they might offer you is really cool.
What I'm hoping to get out of it is that they're able to see me as who I am, not just a number in their plethora of people that are taking these college applications. And so I'm really able to get out of the information that they're giving me, and then they're able to get the information about who I am as a person.
I am here because, number one, I heard VCU was going to be here. As you can see, I already got my VCU pamphlet. I'm very excited. Seeing all these colleges here just really makes me see the diversity and the fact that I have so many choices. And so I'm really loving this ambiance, this energy. I'm feeling like I'm going to get a lot of really good information today, and I'm just really excited to be here.
Parents of NPS students gathered at the Academy of Discovery at Lakewood for the first of 4 district-wide math nights. This event was held for parents to learn more about how math is taught in their children's classrooms and how they can better support learning math at home. The next math night is scheduled for December 10th at a location to be determined. On October 2nd, schools around the district participated in International Walk to School Day. At Granby Elementary, teachers and parents walked with students and held signs that promoted pedestrian safety and encouraged everyone to be safe on the road. Once at the school, they were greeted by a representative from Safe Routes to School who gave out various activity books, pencils, and bells to encourage safety while walking to school. School Nutrition held its first ever job fair in late September, and based on the turnout, it was a big success. Dozens of applicants showed up to fill approximately 100 vacancies, including substitutes, cafeteria monitors, and other full and part-time positions. Potential employees were impressed with the efficiency of the job fair and look forward to serving students healthy meals throughout the school district.
Candidates are constantly coming in. We've had candidates waiting to be seen, to be interviewed, well-qualified candidates who are not only volunteer with the district, but who want to enter into an employment relationship with the district.
When they come today, they're going to have an on-site interview. We're going to have an orientation. We're going to do on-site TB screenings. We're going to help them to get the Norfolk Food Handlers card if they need that, and we're going to give them the information to get their employee ID badges and such.
I'm excited that the process has been streamlined like this. It makes it so easy to get everything done here all in one day. It's really it's not complicated at all. It's been really nice. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to work with the kids.
School Nutrition plans on holding their next job fair on Tuesday, November 5th. Check the NPS website in upcoming weeks for details. If you have any great story ideas or events happening at your school, please be sure to contact us at npsnews@npsk12.com. Please stay tuned for more NPS Now. Welcome back to NPS Now. I have a very special guest with us here today. We have Kelly Werfel. She's the Public Affairs Officer for Naval Station Norfolk, and she's here to talk about STEM Day. Welcome to NPS Now.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad to have you on this show today, and we've been participating with you for a number of years. So tell us first, what is STEM Day, and how long has Norfolk been participating with you?
Well, STEM Day, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Day, is a great partnership between Norfolk Public Schools and Naval Station Norfolk. This is the 3rd year that we will be participating in this partnership.
Yes, what type of activities, when our students come to you, do they participate in?
So the students will come, they'll rotate through 3 different stations, ship tours, so they'll have the opportunity to tour an aircraft carrier or a cruiser. And then another station will be static displays, some helicopters, the landing craft air cushion, fire department displays, and then the other station will be the actual STEM exhibits. So we have exhibits from the community, the Slover Library, the Nauticus. We also have tenant commands on base that have set up activities for the students as well.
When you say set up activities, what type of activities are the kids involved in?
It's a lot of experiments where they get to see the STEM activities firsthand to experience them. So a lot of experiments, some roller coasters, just all different activities where they can really see these important subjects.
How do students respond to some of these? So is it like pouring things in jars and liquid, and what are some of the things they're doing and how are they reacting to that?
It's exactly what you said, a lot of the science piece. Our public works team has built a roller coaster to demonstrate how to calculate speed, buoyancy, different things like that, and they are so excited. Just to see interact with sailors is a big piece for them. I think we take for granted at the base that everybody has the opportunity to see the ships and experience these things, and it's just very refreshing to see when these students are just wide-eyed and so happy.
What are some of their reactions when they come on the ship?
Oh, they love it. Just in awe, I think in awe of the size, in awe of all the different aspects that make this ship operate, the different jobs that sailors have on board the ships that you wouldn't think of. Something like being a culinary specialist where you're cooking, or a corpsman where you're taking care of people. So all those different activities are just, I think, very new to them, and so it's a great learning experience for them.
Yeah, and also giving them an opportunity to see what type of career they
Exactly.
could go into when they're in the Navy, or if they desire to be in the Navy. So what do you hope students get out of this experience?
I think twofold. First, I just think it's important for them to interact with the sailors and understand that the Naval Station, although we are behind gates, the mission that takes place on the base, the opportunities that they could potentially have if they did join the military, and then also see how the STEM piece, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, all ties in with what happens on the base on a daily basis, and in particular on board the ships.
So how did this STEM Day originally come about?
The STEM Day came about in 2017. We were celebrating our centennial year at Naval Station Norfolk, and we planned on doing Fleet Fest, which is the open base event taking place the following day. So we just felt like what a great partnership to plan with the Norfolk Public Schools to bring these students on. And when we brought it to Norfolk Public Schools, they were all in and have been all in every year since. It's great to see that it grows each year. More community organizations want to be part of it. Every year we have probably 6 or 7 more STEM displays. The ships are excited to host the students. The sailors are excited to volunteer to interact with the students. So it's just growing and growing, and I'm just so excited.
What age groups are the students coming to the ship?
It's 5th graders, all the 5th graders in Norfolk Public Schools.
Now, was there a reason why you picked 5th graders as opposed to the younger grades?
I think 5th grade is a good, where they kind of understand more and kind of really start thinking, hey, this is really maybe what I want to do when I get older, and they kind of focus in on those different subjects.
Why do you think it's important for Naval Station Norfolk and Norfolk Public Schools to have this type of partnership?
I think it's important because we are neighbors. Our sailors have children in these schools. Our sailors go to the churches. They're part of our community, and the military is such a big part of the community here. And the partnership we have with you is invaluable just because we are immersed in the schools. And I just think it's just a wonderful partnership to show that we are neighbors and we are friends.
So what does the future of this partnership look like?
The partnership looks great. It, like I said, it just grows and grows every year. It's so fun to see how many organizations want to be part of it. And we just love doing it every year. So the future is very bright. I see it continuing and continuing to grow for many years.
And do you have any partnerships with other school districts coming to Norfolk Naval Station?
No, it's mainly only Norfolk Public Schools.
Oh, great. So our children have this exclusive opportunity.
We love it.
Up close. And when do you all do this annually?
We do it the 3rd week in October every year. So this year, the STEM Day falls on the 18th.
Oh, wow. And how many students are we expecting to converge on the ship?
It's approximately about 2,200 to 2,500, I think, and we have about 250 teachers, administrators, and chaperones. So another opportunity for some people that may have never seen the base to experience the base.
So our 5th grade parents who are watching are going to be excited for their kids to attend this field trip.
That's great. We are excited to have them.
Well, we thank you for coming on the show and sharing us information about our annual STEM Day with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you. And we want you to stay tuned for more NPS Now. Welcome back to NPS Now. I am so excited to have this next guest with us here today. We have Duncan Alonso. He's the Senior Account Manager and Manager of Young Philanthropists for the United Way, because we're getting ready to kick off our United Way campaign. So welcome to NPS Now.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Karen. It's a pleasure to be back again this year.
Yes, we've been doing United Way for many years around this district, and we raised over $90,000 in years past, and so I want us to keep raising more for the United Way. But first, for folks who don't know, who I don't know anyone who would know, tell us about the United Way.
So the United Way is really a collaborative effort of the entire Southampton Roads region. We run different workplace campaigns from major companies in the area, as well as all the different cities and schools. And that all pools together to help fix problems that are too big for any one of us to solve on our own.
So you all do fundraising to gain monies for different organizations and groups. Yeah, so how does that work?
So we will go out, such as we are right now, work with the different companies, and that money comes in and we're able to fund different programs, different initiatives, as well as work with our over 60 different certified partnership agencies to really make lasting transformative change in the community and change the odds for those in our community that need it most.
Who gives to United Way?
Everybody. I'll be very frank, everybody. We have some students in some schools. Really, honestly, our demographics are all over the place. Anyone who really sees a need in the community gives. And our goal is to be there. We're funding the agencies that are helping your neighbors, helping different community, helping your coworkers as well.
So it could be the City of Norfolk employees, it could be like businesses here in the area. Is that who's giving?
Absolutely, absolutely. We work with all the different cities and schools on the south side, as well as really all the major companies in the area as well.
Okay, what organizations or even people benefit from the donations from the United Way?
Again, that is everybody. It could be your coworkers, it could be folks that you pass on your day-to-day commute, it could be yourself. And that's really something that I try to stress. It's about 1 in every 4, 1 in every 5 individuals will be touched by one of our organizations at some point in their life.
So someone from our school district, if they give, they can also receive?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So we have United for Children. So that's a partnership that we have with the United Way. So folks could actually give to United for Children through you all.
Absolutely, yeah. United for Children is one of our collective impact initiatives, which is really kind of the hallmark of banding together. It's not just one agency doing good. It's not just one school. It's taking a look at how we can overcome poverty in Southampton Roads, and we focus on the children. Focus on increasing graduation rates in our high schools, and so on and so forth. And so, yeah, when you fill out your pledge forms, you actually are able to designate to United for Children.
Right. So the theme, we live united for, that's a kind of a interesting statement to make, but what does this mean for potential givers?
So we live united for is about finding your why. And I'll just tell you very quickly what mine is. For me, it's hard to ask for help. It's so hard to reach out and ask for help. And so I live united for those open doors. When I was growing up, that's what I was used to. My parents always had an overfilled pantry, so anyone in the community that needed something could come in, always had an extra bed available. And so I give to United Way because I want, whether it's yourself, whether it's someone you love, someone you don't even know, when they are ready to ask for help, when they need it, I want to make sure that our doors are open.
And the organizations that we connect with, what are some of the organizations in the areas that people can benefit from when they give to United Way?
Some of our certified agencies, 4Kids, for example, has a very large footprint. Edmark Hospice for Children. There's also Catholic Charities of Southeastern Virginia, the Food Bank, just to name a few. Again, we have over 65 different certified partnership agencies.
Wow, that's a lot. And our district has been committed to this every single year, and I'm just excited about that. So we're going to be doing a PSA soon to go out to our staff and students and parents, and we're going to be kicking off our campaign October 14th through November 1st. And I am so excited about that because like last year we did a superhero piece, but just that theme of, you know, you're united for, you know, what is this for you? And I'm hoping we can get the folks to really think about that question almost. What are you living for? What do you want to give for? So what are you giving, like if people want to give, Say, for instance, I know we have some folks in some giving groups that you all have set aside for certain levels. Tell us about those levels, so if anyone's interested in doing that, they can.
So I am manager of the Young Philanthropist, as you mentioned earlier. We're focused on getting folks in their 20s, 30s, and 40s who really see a need in the community and really want to elevate themselves and challenge themselves. So folks in their 20s can give $250 a year, folks in their 30s, $500, and in your 40s, $1,000. But that's not the only affinity group that we have. We also have Women United, which is incredibly strong. It boasts one of the largest endowment funds in the entire nation, and that buy-in is $1,000 a year. And African American Leadership Society also has a step-up program. I think it's $600, $800, and then $1,000 to enter. And then we have our Tocqueville Society, which is made up of community leaders giving about $10,000 a year or more.
And I know we have some folks in those levels because we interviewed them last year to kind of show other employees this is what you can do. You know, it is doable. So how would they learn about those affinity levels?
There is a number on the back of everyone's pledge form, but you can also look at our website. We have different pages for all of our different affinity groups to kind of dive in and get more information.
So how do we do in comparison to other school districts? Because I know we're all working hard.
So you guys are consistently in the top 2.
Yes.
And since this is my second year working with you guys, we'll hope to close that gap a little bit more and just have a great time doing it.
Yeah, so tell me more about the Why We Live United.
So the Why We Live United, it should be specific to everybody. It is your why. It's why you fill out your pledge form. It's why you get up, why you go to work every single day. And for me, it's helping homeless families and homeless children get out of that cycle and become self-sufficient. But really, we live united for everybody. United Way is not just a company, not just an organization. We are the combined efforts of everyone in our community that says we can do better, and this is how we're going to do it.
And we thank you for allowing us every year to be a part of this wonderful campaign. And I know the parents and the students and the staff are going to help us meet or exceed our goal of over 90,000, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to have a great time doing it. And thank you again so much for your support over at Norfolk Public Schools as well, and just being a great steward for this relationship. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show today,
Absolutely.
too.
Thank you so much for having me, Karen.
Great. And we want to thank you for watching NPS Now. It airs weekly on WNPS, Channel 47, or you can view us online at www.npsk12.com. If you have any great story ideas or events happening at your school, email us at npsnews@npsk12.com. Again, we always want to thank you for watching NPS Now.